So by understanding when and how our patterns, limiting beliefs, all the thoughts that are not serving us, we basically can learn valuable lessons and release all the things that are no longer serving us, that are not helpful to our lives today. This process is like digging to uncover hidden truths. It's like peeling the onion. The deeper we go, the more we align with our authentic voices. And this helps to make the change last and not be just a temporary shift.
Welcome to the Baggage Beacon Healing Hearts and Minds podcast.
Have you ever reached a point where everything feels like it's not working? And you feel stuck knowing deep down that change is needed? Maybe you're facing tough challenges or simply craving something more. If this resonates with you, you're not alone. Today's episode is all about the 3 simple keys to create real change. We will explore how truth, essence, and depth play an important role in shaping not just our decisions, but the outcomes we desire. Did you notice that some changes seem to stick while others fade away no matter how hard you try? If you're feeling trapped in old patterns or unsure how to truly shift gears, today's episode will dive into what makes transformation not only possible, but inevitable when approached the right way. So please go grab a cup of tea, find a comfortable spot, and let's go on this journey together. It's time to clear the clutter in your mind and heart and step into the version of you that's ready to shine. Unfortunately, change often comes when life feels overwhelming, when nothing seems to align and you're sick and tired because you had enough, reaching bottom. It's in these moments of frustration and discomfort that we begin searching for something different. Many of us have been there, trying to create change, experimenting with new approaches, only to find the results don't last. We might live in a loop because our minds and limiting beliefs are creating stagnations and not letting the free flow of energy to enter our lives easily and effortlessly because our subconscious mind wants to keep us in survival mode. I've seen it in my own life and in countless clients. When we let go of all these mental and emotional baggage that hoards our bodies and minds, preventing us from going after what we want, we find ourselves in stagnation and procrastination unless we let go. And when we let go, suddenly you will feel a balance in your body that allows you to be consistent and take the actions needed to get the results or transformation you're looking for. And I have to tell you, I took so many courses, classes, went to therapy for so many years. The transformation that I experienced was when I used these 3 simple keys and they lasted. I want you to be aware of it. If you cannot move forward with achieving the change you want, it's because somewhere in your programming, you're carrying old emotional or mental baggage. This baggage might be from lifetimes ago or passed down to you generationally. It keeps you small and comfortable until you get sick and tired of it. And finally, you just cannot take it anymore. And hopefully, then you take the right steps. I encourage you to help yourself when things are still good. Please don't wait until you are sick or until you lose what you have. If you're in a loop, doing things but getting the same results with no shift in your life, there is no change, it means you might need help. And let me tell you, in just few sessions of hypnosis and energy work, you will feel free of most of the things that's been keeping you awake at night and not allowing you to move forward. Whether that's finding love, even improving your self confidence, making more money, starting your business, improving your health, being pain free, it's big now these days, or having a baby. Nothing is too small or large. If you want it, it's part of your soul journey. So listen to yourself. Why we repeat the cycle trying again and again, but it doesn't feel fulfilling or substantial? Because sometimes we even face significant obstacles, illnesses, accidents, or other life altering events that push us to confront the need for a deeper transformation. But what if we didn't wait for life to push us? What if we stepped into a new way of being before things became dramatic? I want you to imagine that you are moving beyond those old habits or relying only on logic and external validation. And instead, learning to trust yourself and listening to your own intuition. And I want to celebrate you for even listening to this podcast. Because if you're here, it's telling me that you want something different, you want more, and everything is possible for you. Through my experience, I have come to understand that true lasting transformation require these three essential keys. The first one is truth, emet. The second one is essence, mahut. And the third key is depth, omek. I learned this from my teacher, Margalit Zohar Ayalon. She lives in Israel, and if you can buy her books, she's amazing. And I've seen it play out in my own life. Every meaningful shift I've experienced has come when I have aligned my work, whatever it is, self-reflection, the courses I was taking, therapy, coaching, or any form of awareness practice, with these three key elements, truth, essence, and depth. They ensure that the changes we create are not only significant, but also lasting. So it's not just a temporary bandage, it's also going to help you to move forward and make the change that's actually going to stay. So as you begin your journey toward change, remember to keep these three principles in mind. This is not just about making changes, it's about creating a life that aligns with your true self and bring deeper meaning. We're going to tap into the first key, truth, emet. Truth is the foundation of any real change. While truth can look different for each one of us, based on our life experiences, there is one thing that stays the same. Truth cannot exist alongside even with the smallest lie. When dishonesty sneaks into our thoughts, intentions, and then actions, it weakens the entire process of change, making our efforts fall short. You might wonder, but don't I always act from a place of truth? No, you are not. To find out, you can take a moment to reflect on the energy, intentions, thoughts, and words behind what you do. And ask yourself, are they all in harmony with my body, with my heart? When you act from a place of truth, it creates a strong positive impact. But when there are hidden motives or insincere intentions, the results will show disconnect. People feel it. Your actions will not have the fruits that you want. Because real change and fulfillment only happen when we live congruent, when what we say, think, and act are together. And this is the truth. Being true to ourselves and letting go of being fake. And sometimes we don't even know that. I have this technique that I stand up, I close my eyes, and I ask my body, truth, precious body, tell me what is yes. And then I do the same thing with the no. I stand up after I realize what is my yes. And if you need more help, please contact me and I will teach you how to do that. I stand up again, eyes closed, and I ask my body, emet, truth, precious body, what is no? And then my body either goes back, forth, and then I realize where is my no. So now I know what is yes, what is no. And then I ask my body, truth, precious body, do you want to do that? It's going to expand you or contract you. And if the energy is expansion, it's adding to my life, I do that. If it's not, I don't even move forward because it's not worth it. Now we're going to move to the second key, which is essence. In Hebrew, it's mahut. And you may ask, what does essence mean? Essence is the core, the heart of everything that we do. It's about figuring out what's really important and not getting distracted by the things that don't matter. To welcome essence and the meaning of essence, we want to identify the root cause, the main question, or the key lesson we need to learn. This clarity keeps us from getting lost in all the unnecessary details, the trauma, drama, the BS that are unnecessary actually, and they're just not adding anything. For example, imagine that you're having, let's say, a car accident. And often the people involved get caught up in blaming each other, arguing over compensation, the insurance, and making the situation more complicated and dramatic. They forget to focus on the main issue, the core, the essence, which is the fact someone broke the rules, made a mistake, or acted carelessly, while everyone may have different point of view, and we are allowed to have different point of view. The essence is in understanding the real cause and the consequences, and not getting stuck in drama, trauma, conflict, or distractions that keep us in the pain and cause more drama and trauma. The same goes for our personal growth. By focusing on the essence, we stay aligned with our truth and make real lasting changes. The third key is depth. Truth and essence are important, but depth is what really brings transformation. Depth means making change a part of who you truly are. I'm going to repeat. Depth means, in Hebrew, omek, making this change that you want part of who you truly are. So basically, not saying things or doing things just to get attention. In order to get the real transformation, we want to take the truth deep within us to understand the root cause of the thing that is happening. And the depth requires us to dig into our inner world, uncover, discover the limiting beliefs, and face the root cause of our negative patterns. For example, when I work with clients, I explore their subconscious mind to find answers to questions that they might not even know how to ask. So by understanding when and how our patterns, limiting beliefs, all the thoughts that are not serving us, we basically can learn valuable lessons and release all the things that are no longer serving us, that are not helpful to our lives today. This process is like digging to uncover hidden truths. It's like peeling the onion. The deeper we go, the more we align with our authentic voices. And this helps to make the change last and not be just a temporary shift. Now, think about a habit you've struggled to change. Something that you wanted to fix, but you didn't really see results. Okay, so let me give you an example. Do you remember a time when you were saying yes when you really wanted to say no? Maybe you agreed to help a friend even when it was really inconvenient, you are exhausted after a day of work, or you take on extra work to avoid disappointing your boss. You want them to like you. You tell yourself, next time I will set good boundaries. But when the next time comes, guilt, shame kicks in and you give in again. What if the problem is not willpower? What if it's not about you being stupid or weak, but understanding that the root is you're not being true to yourself? And asking, is it my truth? What's the essence and what the depth of it? Truth, I'm going to guide you through that. What's really driving my behavior? And at first, it might seem like you just want to be really a good person in service and you're so nice. But if you dig deeper, people pleasing is usually about fear of rejection, conflict, or feeling not good enough, unworthy, unless you're useful. And this is basically surviving mode. So I want you to, if possible, close your eyes and remember, maybe you learned as a child that love and approval had to be earned. So right now you're overdoing just to survive. You're not living the life that you want. And this is keeping you stuck. So saying no feels dangerous, not just uncomfortable for you. So if you are staying in your truth, you are looking for the essence when it's happened to you, and you're diving deep into the first time that it's happened to you, this will help you to change the habit. And this is going to be lasting change, not a temporary one that you say, no, I'm not like that, it's over. Because when we just dismiss our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, they will come back again in a different form. So we talked about the truth, the essence. What do you actually need? The goal is not to stop caring about others. It's not about not being in service. It's to care for yourself first, and then, if you can, to care for others. Basically, you don't need to overextend yourself to be loved. Because you are loved just because you're existing. Just because you're breathing, you're good enough. And you need to feel safe prioritizing your needs without feeling shame and guilt. And then you're going to understand that people pleasing is not helping you. That might mean practicing small changes, meaning saying no, I cannot, and explaining I'm sorry, I can't make it. Or reminding yourself that the people who truly respect and honor you and value you will still be there when you're gonna say no to them. And this basically learning how to set good boundaries. Because when we do things because we have to, we should, oftentimes the results are not good ones, because you become resentful, angry, sad, and other people feel your energy. I'm going to talk about the depth, the third key. And I invite you to ask, where did this pattern begin? And you can close your eyes and go back to your childhood. Maybe growing up, your parents only praised you when you were helpful. Only when you did something, they said, oh, really nice of you, thank you. They saw you and they heard you only when you did good things and you helped around. Or you had to keep the peace in a tense household by being the peacemaker. If your subconscious mind believes love equals self-sacrifice, no amount of boundaries will help you. But when you rewire that old beliefs, when you teach your mind this is your worth and your worth is not tied to making everyone else happy, then the urge to people please naturally goes away slowly. And I had a master's in people pleasing. Like it was like an addiction for me. I felt like I need to people please to survive. I was imagining that people will leave me if I don't do things for them, until I found my truth, why I'm doing it. Only then I was able to stop the people pleasing, even laughing when I don't want to laugh, or talking or spending time with people when I don't want, or doing things for other people because I want their laugh. And I want to tell you, it helps with your self-confidence. You value yourself more. You allow a room for the people that supposed to be in your life to come in. Think about how you can go through whatever you want to change and use these 3 keys to make the change last. If you want to dive deeper into this, I highly recommend The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, the book by Dr. Joseph Murphy. I talk a lot about his book because he offers great insight into how our subconscious mind shapes our beliefs and actions, helping us to tap into our inner power. Another great book is The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer. I love this book, which teaches you how to let go of your inner barriers and live in harmony, your truth, with your true self. These books will really help to guide you to live a life that is full of freedom and fulfillment, and let go of all these things are not serving you because you think you need to survive and you don't know how to live. It's a process, but as you learn this connection to yourself, you will find a deep sense of inner harmony and balance in your life. Understanding these 3 keys, which I'm going to repeat: the truth, emet, essence, mahut, and depth, omek, filter out the distractions and focus on what really matters by staying grounded, true to ourselves. And we can step into our true purpose and make what we want, actually focus on what expands us and make us grow and get better and better, If you're ready to take the next step towards transformation, it's not about perfection, and it won't happen overnight. But when you align with your truth, connect with what really matters to you, and dive deep into your inner world, that's when the magic starts to happen. Remember, change begins from within you. By listening to your truth and trusting the inner voice that's been there all along, the journey might be tough at times, but it's so worth it. It's also freeing, empowering, and incredibly rewarding. Thank you for joining me in exploring these 3 keys: the truth, essence, and depth. If today's episode resonated with you, please share with someone who might benefit from it. And if you are ready to dive deeper in your own transformation, you can reach out to me. I would love to help you clear the mental and emotional baggage that's holding you back. Until next time, this is Tammy Machmali, reminding you to listen to your heart and trust your mind.
If you're curious and want to dive deeper, you are in the right space. I ask you to look within for all the things that you want to do, be, and have. Join me at the Baggage Begun Healing Hearts and Minds podcast with new episodes every Wednesday as we discover the path towards healing and transformation.